She always makes me laugh. That witty, sexy, stylish lady every woman wanted to be and every man in America wanted to marry in the 1930s. The perfect wife, the studios called her. Myrna Loy was a major movie star. She made 129 films, but she'll always be remembered most as Nora Charles, the perfect wife in the Thin Man movies. My first memories of her from those films I saw on TV as a kid. I've been a fan of hers ever since.
When he gives you the sack, let me know, will you?
I certainly will.
She's hot looking, ain't she?
Shut up, you lug, it's his wife.
I read once that Myrna didn't like that label, the perfect wife. Well, nobody wants to be typecast. The irony is she started her career as the exotic, the gypsy girl, about as far away as you can get from the perfect wife. But I think it's time we gave Myrna Loy a new label, the perfect acting partner. I've seen so many of her films, and watching her, I just know she must have been the best to work with. Clark Gable, Spencer Tracy, William Powell, Melvin Douglas, they all wanted to work with her. Yes, because she was talented and beautiful. But I think they also knew, with Myrna opposite them, they were gonna look really good. She always said she tailored her acting style to her leading men. Take William Powell, for instance, whose approach to comedy was fairly broad. She instinctively pulled back in her scenes with him. She's delicate with the comedy, balances out Powell, and it's funnier. Now, Clark Gable, he was a tough, macho guy. So with him, she was rougher.
I know you. You're the prince. A nice, charming prince right out of the sky. And I've been waiting for you all my life. That's why no other man ever touched the tip of my finger.
It amazes me that Myrna, who never went to acting school, knew exactly what to do and was so authentic. Look at her entrance in The Thin Man. Myrna's director was one-take Woody Van Dyke, and he tells her she has to do this big fall. Cameras roll, she rushes in, and bam! She's down, and you don't even see her trip herself.
Women and children first, boys.
Watch that again. It's beautiful, absolutely perfect, and so funny. You have to be gifted to do physical comedy that well, and in one take. Also, listen to how natural she sounds. She breaks up a sentence the way people do in real life.
Now, this is the paper we're going to use in the hall. It's flowered, but I don't want the ceiling to match any of the colors of the flower.
No.
There's some little dots in the background, and it's these dots I want you to match.
She always knew how to act like a real person. She's talking to Cary Grant in that wonderful musical voice, and she takes a pause in the middle of her line.
Never mind, darling. We'll get our own experts.
Actors do that now, but back then, most actors were more stylized, except Myrna. With her authenticity came a great deal of subtlety. In the best years of our lives, there's this business where she brings her husband breakfast in bed. Maybe that's something she did for him all the time when they first married. But now he's back from the war. He's not the same husband. See? There, she hesitated. And there, she can barely look at him. In just a few seconds, she shows us how much life has changed for this woman. Those actions were not in the script, but she knew how to fill in the emotional blank spaces and make a simple scene touching. You know, in my research on Myrna Loy, I found out that she stopped making movies during World War II so she could work with the Red Cross. And later, she worked for the UN and on the Civil Rights Commission. Those generous, sensitive performances of hers couldn't have happened if she'd been a self-involved actor. She had an avid interest in world politics and human rights and felt personal responsibility as an American citizen. I admire her for that. When I look at all of Myrna's great performances, I am shocked that she was never nominated for an Oscar. She did get an honorary Academy Award in 1991 for career achievement. She was 86. I was just starting to make movies then, and watching her that night, I couldn't help wishing I would meet her someday. Something else I learned about Myrna, because you can't see it in black and white. She was a redhead, like me. And she was of Scottish-Welsh descent, like me. If I only had that adorable upturned nose of hers, maybe I could have played her granddaughter in a movie. And then I could have proved my theory. I would have known firsthand Myrna Loy was the perfect acting partner. For Turner Classic Movies, I'm Julianne Moore.